women today are in so much debt and are so broke that men are actually out here on the first date asking them, how much debt do you have? How much student loan debt do you have built up? Because I don't think that I want to deal with you if you're going to be bringing me down. And we already know that a lot of those women that have a lot of debt are going to be anticipating and expecting men to help them clean up their mess. The very mess, I may add, that they try to shame and ridicule the men about and with. Let me explain. Not too long ago, the women were out here bragging and boasting, rubbing it in the men's faces about how much more educated they were, how much more degreed up they were, how much of a boss babe and a boss chick they were, to the point of which, you need not to even talk to me because I'm too good for you. I'm too good for you, plumber. I'm too good for you, truck driver. I'm too good for you, whatever, fill in the blank. Because after all, I went to school. See, the men were actually being strategic and wise, moving accordingly. Instead of racking on debt on top of debt by going to school for pointless degrees, they actually learned skills and trades. And they're actually utilizing those certifications and so on and so forth to build not only generational wealth, but to have very comfy, stable, secure lives. While a lot of the women are like her. Y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Because again, you all, the men tried to warn y'all. They said, look, if you're going to be going to these schools, racking on all of this debt, at least get into some kind of career field that's going to yield you a good return on that investment. But not only did y'all ladies not do that, y'all are not even working in those said career fields that you even went to school for at all. Crying shame. Let's get into it. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe.
And the bottom of my casket will have a file cabinet for all these student loans to rest in heavenly peace. That's how much I owe in student loans. How much money I owe in student loans. Now, let me provide you with some additional information, since I know that this video is going to go viral because people are cruel and a lot of people are going to be ready to attack me in the comments and judge me and do whatever they got to do to feel good about themselves.
Oh, please. Okay, I hate when y'all do this. Y'all do silly stuff that, once again, people try to warn you about. And then when everything comes crumbling and tumbling down, now y'all some haters, and now y'all just trying to make yourselves feel good about putting me down. How is that the case, ma'am? When a lot of these men actually told you not to do this. You know, like, it's just a I told you so moment. It's not a case or instance of them trying to shame you and put you down. It's like, look, this is the bed you have to lay in now. Deal with it. Because again, I tried to warn you. Okay, so we're not going to do that, ladies. Take accountability for y'all's actions. Y'all wanted to be boss chicks and boss babes, and now you have boss chick and boss babe debt. And the men, again, don't want to deal with you. They don't want to touch you. As a matter of fact, a lot of the men out there have actually paid off their debts. Let's get into those clips.
When I say being debt free is really like the cheat code to life, hear me out for a second. So I became debt free about 6-7 years ago. And when I say my life changed so much for the better, you will not understand. I'm talking, I'm coming from a guy, I ain't got no student loan debt. I ain't got no car payments, no credit cards, no nothing. And I still use credit cards, don't get me wrong, but I make sure that balance is paid off every single month. I don't have nothing carrying over at all. Nothing feels better when you receive your paycheck and you realize literally all the money is yours. Of course, you got like mortgage payments, like rent, utilities, and all that and stuff of that nature. But other than that, the whole check is yours, man. You ain't got to put $500 to a car, $400 to a student loan. So I'm just saying, use this year to lock in and really just become debt free. and really set yourself free financially. Because once you have no debt, realize you can travel more, you can invest more in your hobbies, you can really could just do what you want for real. I'm saying you're always gonna have responsibilities and hiccups in the road, emergencies. That's where emergency funds come. But that's gonna be a whole other video. But I'm just saying, lock in, pay off that debt, man. You're gonna thank yourself later.
Actually enjoy the freedom of waking up every single month and having the freedom of saying, you know what, I don't owe anybody. I just owe my mortgage.
Yeah.
I love getting into my car and I have no car note. I love going to the mailbox and excited to go to my mailbox because there may be a check in there, not a bill.
No bills.
So yeah, ma'ams. A lot of the men, they're flourishing. They're doing well without you. And a lot of them, like I said earlier, they don't want to touch you. They need to know your background information before they proceed. Okay, but I'm gonna let her continue, and again, y'all get the likes up.
I am a proud 25-year-old with over $100,000 in student loan debt.
Ooh.
All right, y'all.
Wait. Now I'm gonna let her get into it in a second, but wait. Did she say she was only 25 years old? Y'all are only in y'all's mid-20s with hundreds upon thousands of dollars in debt, student loan debt. And y'all actually feel like you are a good investment for a man to deal with. I mean, you're early in the game and you're already way behind. And let this serve as a cautionary tale to actually think. Be strategic about what you get yourself involved in. Stop following up behind these social media trends of women talking about, we the most educated, we boss babes, we got degrees, we got masters. Because as you all can see, it means nothing if you're in the wrong career field. I mean, and even if you are in the quote unquote right career field, the economy today is just shot to hell. You know, you would make more money on YouTube than going to damn school. You know what I'm saying? But again, couldn't tell y'all that before the economy even got this damn bad. Couldn't tell y'all that. When the men were like, look, maybe not go to school for that and maybe do this instead. No. You just hating. You just trying to make me settle. You're just trying to put me down so that you can have a leg up over me and have leverage. No. I'm a boss chick. Well, look at y'all now. And this lady is talking about how women are the most affected by these penalties as far as student loans. And y'all know why that is? It's because the women are the most educated, right? Y'all are the most degreed up, right? And so look at y'all now. You know, like the men tried to warn y'all about this. They really did. Let's get into it.
Here's a segment of today's news. Now, this for the women, because y'all ain't gonna like this. But I'm gonna tell you what it say, because it just came through today. Women could be the most affected by Trump's penalties for overdue student loans. Did you hear what I said? We're talking about the student loans, y'all. First of all, I thought they supposed to be going away.
Nope.
I thought they was gonna get rid of them. Let me tell you what it say. For the first time in 5 years, y'all, 5 years, student loan borrowers whose payments are long overdue could face stiff penalties, consequences. The Department of Education announced Monday that starting May the 5th, will start collecting student debts that's in default.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but are they going to start garnishing y'all's checks? That's scary. That's scary.
Delinquent borrowers, y'all, listen. Delinquent borrowers could have their wages garnished as early as the summer.
Now, I'm going to let him get into it as well, but damn. So, ladies, not only are y'all already, you know, kind of broke and struggling, but they going to start just snatching y'all's checks from y'all. That's very, very scary. Especially considering the fact that a lot of the men try to tell y'all don't do it. But y'all thought they were hating on y'all. They was trying to hold y'all back. No. Now, they're even going as far as letting y'all know why they won't even be dealing with y'all or talking to y'all. Let's get into this. And again, y'all get the likes up.
across this. 64% of all student loan debt belongs to women. The average student loan debt for women in the US is $31,726. But here's where it gets interesting. Women have a median annual salary of $56,170 following college graduation, which is 26% of what men can expect to earn following graduation. Now, what does this tell us? Okay, I take three things from this. Number one, women are not getting into STEM fields. They're not getting into science, technology, engineering, AI, mathematics, STEM or STEAM fields.
No, and that's what I'm saying. The men try to tell y'all, at least get into a career field that is going to give you some kind of stability and security. Y'all going to school for dumb just to say you went to school and got educated, got a degree. Like, please. But continue, sir.
Number two, gentlemen, you need to be asking women how much student loan debt that they have before you considering a serious relationship or marriage.
Oh.
Because the interest rates on the student loan debt, people could be paying this stuff for decades, okay? And the third thing is, even though less men go to college, they clearly expect to earn more as they process going through college. They clearly are going into college with a long outlook plan, whereas I think some women clearly aren't. Because if you know your median income is going to be $56,000, why in the holy hell would you go and take anything in college that's going to earn you less than the amount of money that you would need to pay off your student loan debt in 1 year? Okay, so at the end of the day, when we're talking about marriage and relationships, we have to talk about debt and opportunity. And this has to be studied.
Oh, see, I didn't think about it like that. All right, so he's saying that when men do go to college, they're at least thinking everything strategically and logically through to where it's like, okay, if I go to school, I need to at least get into a career field that is going to bring me a lot more money than I'm going to be in debt, so I can pay those things off. Whereas women, we're not really thinking like that. We're thinking about, oh, what would look good on paper and what would sound cute to say that I went to school for. But we're not really thinking about the numbers. We're not really thinking about the long-term ramifications and effects that going into this type of debt could yield us. We're not. So again, ladies, this is why, and I know y'all hate when I say things like this, but this is why I do believe that women, we need men. We need men for their leadership skills. We need men for their logical minds. We need men to protect us from ourselves. Because a lot of y'all would be a lot further ahead had y'all maybe gotten with those guys who are in college or who were in college that had a better setup and outlook and plan for their lives moving forward. They're not just getting into any career field just for the hell of it. Like, no, how much money am I going to make? How much is it going to take for me to pay off these debts? How long is it going to take for me to pay off these debts? And they're doing that. Whereas a lot of you ladies are not. And I really hate that for you all. Y'all are not getting into these career fields or traveling down these career paths that would make you have a more stable and secure life, or to even make you an asset. What do I mean by that? And y'all like the video, share the video and subscribe. Well, what I mean by that is, like, this says right here, I need to know this, I need to know that, that you have a lot of debt and all that. But a lot of you all are not able to, quote unquote, bring to the table something that is, appealing for a man to want to invite to be a part of his equation, right? So y'all are not even setting yourselves up to where it's like, okay, I feel like if I get with this woman, she would be able to balance me out in this way. She would bring this. She would be able to help me with this. Instead, with you all being in the hole like this, yeah, y'all would make a whole man's empire collapse, right? He would crumble and collapse just off of your student loan debt alone, not including your credit cards, not including, your car payments, not including your rent, your mortgage, your upkeep, so to speak. Like, a lot of you all are expecting for a man to contribute in those ways. So when you put on top of that all of this debt and student loans and stuff of that sort, it just makes it a no deal whatsoever. Okay. And like I showed you all earlier, a lot of these men, they're flourishing. I came across so many men talking about how they paid off all their debts and how they are living a debt-free life and it's easy and this, that, and the third. While I see on the flip side, a lot of the women complaining and struggling, figuring out the hard way that they messed up and they did life wrong and backwards. So I had to bring this to the table for y'all and let y'all know, once again, They tried to warn y'all and they told y'all so. I just hope that moving forward in the future, when men try to give us the proper advice and leadership, that we actually take heed to it and we actually listen to what they say and see how it can be beneficial instead of always thinking they're trying to attack us and put us in our place and bring us down. No, a lot of y'all do that to yourselves. Y'all don't need a man's help to do that. All right. Y'all ask for protection. And when the men try to give it to you, you know, you run from it. And then before you know it, you're crying, talking about, oh my God, I owe all of this money. How am I going to pay all of this off? Why don't men want to settle down? Why don't men want me? Because they're asking you up front, how much debt do you have? Because they're asking you up front, what do you really bring to the table? How can you really complement my lifestyle and what I got going on? Are you somebody that's beneficial for me? That's why. And they're coming to figure out you're not. Weakest link. Goodbye. But yeah, y'all let me know y'all thoughts, opinions, and feedback about this in the comment section down below. Are you a man out there that does care about how much debt a woman has? Or are you like, oh, that's no big deal for me. It ain't tricking if you get it. You know, I'm splurging. I got it like that. It is what it is. Y'all let me know. Okay. But I'm going to check y'all in the next dope discussion. Much love and peace to my crown head.